really interesting. Wow. Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets called. And on this kind of board, like what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's gonna have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold. Yep. Like, he's going to have some gut shots in his hands. He's going to have spade draws. He's going to have king X. And we kind of, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets. And we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just
Alright, so look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are.
Come on now. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It wouldn't be a
I'm already down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standard.
Yes!
And the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
The right. But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open.
right
If your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak, welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
That's hilarious. And everybody's 50.
nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
Who the hell? Yeah, so my dog.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
He's
always
just
love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
All right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about D-pipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options to 12 and 1,400. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on a site with these other crushers, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. Remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, you know, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when we can get to the turn and there's an opportunity.
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400?
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm going to go call with the arm and just see what happens.
All right, and
I would fold in game, though, for the record, in case that's for winning it.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, we can't win. This is a pretty rough spot because damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol, you know.
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR.
A $10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, you know, we'll do it. We'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool because we have 2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know,
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sept are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one. We're back. What's happening, yo? It's a Sunny stream every Saturday, noon Eastern. The Mafia brought their guns. You see that? Exclamation point PC in the chat for you to get a link to sign up for free for pokercoaching.com. It's Jonathan Little's coaching website. It's got a crap load of great content on there. The tournament masterclass. They got these quizzes, which are great warm-ups that we do every Saturday. They've got classes and courses and challenges and homeworks and a roster of ridiculous. I think the little ad said something like 35 million in combined winnings for the coaches. Something absurd.
yeah, something insane, yeah.
Check this shit out. We do this every Saturday with my main man, Crazy Sixes. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? Toe Army Sixes Mafia. What's up, boys? Feeling super good today. Let's have some fucking fun and get better. What's up, my boys? PTR, GSD, Deuterino, Race, Kosin. I'm excited. Good to see everybody. Let's do
the
it.
flex post from Kosin and his wife. They have like 3 shelves worth of global trophies and swag.
Just
It's
crushing
like the
it.
wall
I did
is
see that.
bending in with all the weight from these giant
From all the
trophies on the
trophies.
wall.
They got like a ton of trophies and metal in the house. So insane. Family
It's a
crushing,
family
husband and
affair.
wife. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
what up?
nasty.
Readiest Tita, Cap, PTR, Dennis, I see you, Carson. Hollywood says, good afternoon. Been poker coaching all morning studying. He's
Ruh-roh,
oiled up
Shaggy.
and ready to go. He's primed. He's primed.
Ruh-roh.
Matt, thanks for the 41 months, you fucking savage. I appreciate you, buddy. That's what I got. All right, guys. So if you don't know what's going to happen, put poker coaching in the chat, all one word. And then while you guys are doing that, what's going to happen is Sixes is going to draw a winner from. You got a creeper there, Sixes. Turn around.
I didn't even see it.
You put poker coach in chat. Six is going to draw a winner from his stream. I'm going to draw a winner from my stream. And then the two winners are going to compete, taking one of these quizzes you see on the screen. We'll ask you what you're going to do. Try and be as quick as possible. You get a few seconds to think about it, obviously. But try and be quick as possible at Crazy Sixes or at GodsBigToe with your answers so it pops out with all the chat and we can see it. And then if you get more points than the other guy, you get $5. Just like that. Sweet, simple, get better, make money, while learning how to get better at gambling to make more money. I mean, it's just a winning equation.
Yeah, it's free. You can get me wrong in these.
Why would you?
It doesn't matter. It's, we're just here to have fun, get better, share ideas on the game.
Why would you be anywhere else on a goddamn Saturday? Albatross, thank you for the 9 months, my man, and the gift sub to Jerome. You are a legend. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, let's pick one. We'll pick a quiz. And then we'll draw. Yeah. And hell yeah, let's do it.
So 1380, right?
Oh shit, my shit's still loading.
It's 1380, trust me. That's what you're gonna say.
I don't know, the last Faraz quiz
suspect
was underwhelming for me.
Listen, the cat's allowed one, right?
He's allowed one, yeah. We'll let him have it. All right, King Jack suited on the button versus a raise and a call. At 100 bigs, yeah, looks good to me.
Cool.
So let's roll it.
Yep.
All right. Who we got?
We're bringing in the meatball, my man.
Ooh, I got a sick ass little lineup. We got crushers no matter what. GSD, my dude. Good shit, buddy.
Rigged.
Be ready.
Faraz can do it however the fuck he wants. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. Yeah. He's too rich to care. Absolutely. Yep.
He's got it all.
Meatball versus GSD. Let's do this shit.
All right, click.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Here we have a King Jack of Diamonds on the button. We are facing an open from the hijack, a call from the cutoff. It's over to us. We can call the 250 here, or we can squeeze to 1130. Folding, obviously not an option. Which one do you prefer?
All right. Call or squeeze? What's it going to be?
Super sweet and easy. Look at this shit.
Clean. There we go. All right, what are we doing, boys?
Squeeze for Bruce. Squeeze. Lots of squeezing. Everybody getting squozing. Hey, Sixes, did I tell you that I saw someone on Twitter? I don't know what they were doing, but they posted something poker related, and their screen name was Squozin, and I...
Yeah, I seen that.
What the hell?
Yeah, I made that name up.
Seriously. I thought I was the only one allowed to steal that from you. The three greatest quotes that I steal from Sixes that I use every day. We did in America, Squozin, and Fivehead are the greatest things ever. Those are gold. Call for the meatball.
Every single person in my chat is fucking squeezing.
I have a shitload of squeezes and 4 or 5 calls, including my main man, the meatball.
We have 0 calls and all squeeze.
Savages.
And so GSD squeezing. What is your guy doing? Is he squeezing?
Calling.
He's calling? What is the toe doing?
Toe is squeezing. He loves these spots. He
Yeah, 100%, I think. Definitely raising.
The suited stuff is like the perfect class of hand to throw out the squeeze, I think.
It is interesting, whereas I think if single action, we would probably call this in and not 3-bet at 100, and when 3-bet, other varieties. I think I was just looking at it, but
Yeah, well, when someone comes in the pot, then squeezing becomes a lot more attractive, right?
I think so as well, for sure.
I am going to check the chart.
So heads up, I think I call more with this hand, but when we have the call in the middle from the cutoff, I think I squeeze this a lot more personally. So.
I have a habit of button cutoff 4. 3-betting the suited stuff as we're deeper as well.
But yeah, if you check your chart, I think King Jack to a single action would be a call. Maybe King Queen in those hands because they don't want to get 4-bet off.
Yeah, this is a full squeeze given the current action, and if it's just like 4 versus button, it splits, but it's heavy call.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's do it. GSD squeezing as an eye, and let's do it, please.
I'm mostly calling here.
Oh, for Roz.
The reason is I feel like King Jack suited is a little too good to squeeze and then have to waste. And by squeezing, I don't feel like we're getting any better hands to fold. I mean, we might get King, Queen, and Ace Jack to maybe fold. I think it's close for them. But if they were earlier position, like maybe from here, then I would be more into squeezing this because it's easier to get hands like Ace, Jack, King, Queen to fold.
What?
And then there's some benefit.
They're opening wider in later positions.
But in this spot, I would be more open to squeezing something like King 10 suited, Jack 10 suited, where there's more better kickers for us to get to fold.
Fair enough.
So that's kind of the logic I'm using when I'm deciding to squeeze or not. I also would be a little more likely to squeeze this if I was in the small blind, for example, because I'm out of position and now I'm just trying to take away their positional advantage and lower the SPR a little bit. But yeah, so I'm generally calling here, and I would squeeze occasionally. And I did decide to squeeze here. I just felt like the player wasn't the type that was going to 4-bet light ever really, and I did think they might be able to fold some of those King, Queens, and Ace Jacks a little more often, so I did decide to do a one-off squeeze here, but calling is my preferred option. The PFR calls, the flop is 9-8-4 with 1 diamond, 2 hearts. Checks to us, we can check it back, we can bet 830, bet 1400, or bet 2200.
All right. What's it going to be? We got snapped. Rigged. I don't know. I think he makes good points, but when he said like he would do it versus the earlier position a little bit more, I think the range is going to be tighter. And in late position, he's going to have some small pocket pairs, a lot more hands in late position. He's opening in the hijack. I think we can make folds as well.
Totally agree.
And it plays well when they do call. So I don't know. What are we doing now? 2 overs, backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw. He calls. We don't hit. What do you guys like?
People says, check. What the fuck is he folding that he raised with? Check for Tina. 830 for Jerome and Bruce and Ranius and Kep and Dennis.
830, huh? 830. And then, what's up, Nutter? He's checking.
Yep, that was Mrs. Toe. She brought in a handful of McDonald's hash browns.
Snap. Yeah.
It was a good day.
Snap call on those for sure. I got a triple barrel loaded already. Our Dove says. I like it. Kids got heart.
Hollywood says, I think I would check here. I want to see the next card for free. 830 for Beats. He ain't scared.
Not my money. All right, yeah, 1 check and bet. Mostly 830. Cool. So we're going 830 over here.
Yeah, me too. I mean, when this guy bets and then checks, he doesn't have an overpair. Overpairs are usually going to bet, even though they probably should check. And all the straight draws and flush draws tend to check too, I think, or tend to bet too. I think people oversee bet in this spot. And we got tons of outs and tons of equity. I don't think we get check raise too much.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what I would do. Like, what are you doing here? Like, when I think about these spots where we're 100 bigs deep, I just wonder if you had an overpair on this board, would you fucking go small? I see like 830s. I don't think I would ever go small if I had fucking kings on this board.
The other problem is
or
that
jacks. So I'm going like 14 to 22 and then fucking ripping turn or something, personally, because I don't think our small, like if you have two black aces here, you're not going 830 on 9-8 fucking this board, so or something like that.
the only counter argument I have to that is that we didn't raise pre, so we don't have a ton of overpair.
We squeezed here pre-flop.
He squeezed in game?
Yeah, he's squeezing game, man.
Oh, I just looked at 10 points call. Oh, then even more of a c-bet for sure. You're 100% right. I'm on Team Mafia.
Yeah, I'm like going 1400, I think. Probably go like 16 in game, 18 in game or something, and then fucking rip a clean turn. But yeah, he said call was a better than squeezing, but yeah. So yeah, big for me, 830 for most, 830 for GSD, and let's see what Faraz thinks. You ready?
Check for me ball. Let's do it.
Oh, he meant.
I
yeah,
think betting small or checking are both fine options here.
Shit.
The main thing we're a
points
little
is small.
concerned with is we don't have a lot of pocket 9s and 8s that we're going to squeeze. So I didn't pocket 4s either. So our opponent has kind of a big nut advantage and we are fairly deep. So I don't mind checking back a decent amount of hands here, especially one like this where we really want to see a turn card. That said, if we bet small, we probably could peel over some check raises with all the back doors we have. So that's where I could go with either option. We did decide to check here. Turns a queen, player bets out 1100. What do you want to do on a turn? We can call, we could raise, we can fold.
I gotta run this hand or something. There's just. Alright, cool. I'm sorry. We're good. Cool. So we check back in game. He leads 1100. We have a gut shot and an over. What now? Block some queen jack, some king queen. He has a small size here. What do you guys think?
Running a small percent squeeze with 8s and 9s. It mixes. I think most people are going to flat, though.
I ain't giving up yet. So we're saying call. No way. 3-bet checking. Use optimal. I don't think so either, man. I got to fucking run this. There's no way in 1 million years I'm checking. There's just no way. In 1 million years. All right. Well, we checked. Now what?
No, why does the opponent have nut advantage here? I would actually argue they don't when we 3-bet and they flat.
Well, I mean, he just said we don't ever squeeze like 8s or 9s in this spot. I guess what his concern.
On the flop, we still have nut advantage, though. Would you disagree?
I mean, I guess if he just calls with his aces and kings and things like that, aces, kings, and queens, he doesn't like 4-bet squeeze all in or something like that, and he still retains some of those at some frequency. It's gonna be close, but
do you tend to flat aces and kings in this spot when we're this deep, or would you 5-bet it? I'm sure it mixes on some level. I'm just curious.
I mean, it depends a lot. Depends a lot on the player. I mean, I don't see any harm in flatting it, honestly.
Sure.
Kings, I'm definitely fucking 5-betting. I don't know if I'm flat kings, but
sure, that makes sense. Cool.
Yeah.
Cap folding, and then everybody calling. Crowd goes wild because you called the queen coming on the turn.
Cool. So GSD's calling.
Queen might have helped him. Jack 10's out there. Blah, blah, blah. Jerome folding. Machine gun raising. He's the only one out there on Raise Island.
Of course, the fucking machine gun. You love to see it. Cool. I mean, I'm never folding here, so I mean, I'm at least calling and raising. You have reasonable blockers, but I think I just call and get to reevaluate rivers in position and make decisions there and realize the equity.
You more likely to raise if that queen's a diamond?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could, but I mean, I'm more likely.
Makes a little
to,
more
but
sense.
I'm probably not.
But I'm not.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm gonna do it. I mean, it makes sense to do, but I feel like just probably find a call. But
yeah, and like this is kind of like why I like c-betting flop and then evaluating turn. I'd probably double barrel this particular turn because like now while I'm calling too, for sure. It's kind of awkward. We're like,
Feels like we're little cat.
we don't know where we are. We're lost. We're calling and hoping to hit a 10, a king, or find a check. Right? Like,
Let's see if Faraz gets nasty, but all right, let's do it. I'm calling.
I want to make sure Meatball says easy call. Let's do it.
I think calling is definitely going to be the standard option here. I wouldn't be against raising. We do block the 10 jack.
Me too, Cap.
And maybe we want to raise some queen 9 suited, queen 8 suited type hands.
It'd be nasty.
Maybe we want to raise aces that we check back, but I don't think I'm raising too often here. The fact that he bets smaller makes it a little more likely to raise, but generally I'm just calling here. So either one I think is fine, but I like calling a bit better. Just because it's easier to, it's harder to balance that raise range. So we call, 2 hearts comes, and opponent checks to us. What do you want to do here on the river? Do you want to check it back and give up? Do you want to bet 2,000, bet 4,000, or bet all in?
Well, PTR says, you know me, betting 4K.
Yeah, we saw the study stream yesterday. We know what he's doing.
Even getting nasty as fuck in these spots. Jesus. Kids never giving up. All right, well, you know what time it is, guys. What we doing?
It just says balls. Marlon, your fucking says Marlon says I think he has 7 high. This fucking guy. Oh, one of the greatest moments in Twitch history.
What the fuck can we rap here?
The 7 high fall off.
Uh-oh. People getting shook.
Dennis going 4. Hollywood going 4. Jerome going 4. Albatross going 4.
Mafia Game Army affiliate checking in.
People's like, balls, fuck, stupid 2 hearts.
People were shook about this spot. I'm surprised.
Lots of 4Ks and then kept checking. Meatball says, got a stab, but can't win. What size, Meatball?
There it is. The man, the myth,
He's
the
going up
legend.
with 4K.
Shit. All right. Can I go yet?
Can I go yet?
Fucking jam. How
Tina's
about that? All in.
6s is all in.
I'm all in.
Yeah, I'm probably all in too.
Shoving. That's it.
I like it.
See ya. I mean, I'm no 4K, no big, all of it.
Nah, Tina, we're with you. 6s and I are jamming too.
I'm fucking jamming for sure.
We're doing it.
Arguments for, I think he's pretty capped. We blocked some of, the Queen X. It feels like he could just be betting turn to try to get the showdown. We put a lot of pressure on under pairs to a queen. I don't think he's ever really checking back a flush. We're blocked the nuts. We block Queen Jack. We block King Queen. Yeah, I think it's just fucking hammer time.
We also check back the flop in game, right? And so
yeah, I mean, we're just going to have got there.
Have flushes. So this guy shouldn't be scared of the flush draw, right? Because we are always going to bet the flush draw on the flop.
Well, we may have some for pot control. That's the thing. I mean, because Faraz is going to be balanced in this spot.
I think you're supposed to bet the flush draw on the back.
I mean, but he might have some straight draws, some flush draws, and things like that. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't block any of the hearts, but I think we just got to jam.
I'm with
how are we just check showing down, giving up here? I don't know. All in for me.
Losing the pocket 10s or whatever.
Yeah, I think I'm getting like a fucking 0 this quiz.
Meatball went 4K. I just think people call that too much. I think they're going to call that with like pocket 10s and pocket jacks and those kind of things.
Yep. Well, 4K it is here for GSD as well. Please jam this shit for us. All right, you ready?
4K for us. Let's do it.
I think we got to bet here.
I like it, though.
We just don't have any showdown value. We do block some hands like 10 jack, jack, queen, which are the obvious call hands.
If you're online in a low stakes tournament,
like ace
jam
9.
They ain't folding.
You could have bet something like ace 10, ace jack. We definitely want to get those hands to fold. And we do block some stuff like king queen. It's gonna call. So I'm gonna bet, and I don't feel like 2,000 is gonna be enough to get him off certain hands. Well, I think 2,000 is okay. I'm not against 2,000. I'd say that's an okay option, but I like 4,000 a bit better. I think we just get more folds. We could definitely rep a flush here. We could have certainly checked back a hand like ace king of hearts or ace queen of hearts, something like that. So we go for the $4,000 bet here, and we get the fold.
Well, you know what? No matter what, we bet big on the river there. You know, you fucking have to bluff. That's the key. You go big, you jam, whatever you do, just bet big on that river and then check. Don't check, give up.
Did you guys jam?
GSD actually just went 4K.
Oh, okay. They were asking how many points the jam was, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah, I was curious. Couldn't have been bad. There's no fucking way.
It's not that bad. It's totally good. And it's one of those things, like if you're in a low stakes tournament online, I think jamming is better. If you're in a tournament where you think pot's gonna do it, because like these guys are gonna call you online a lot with the 9 or a fucking jacks or 10s or something like that, and so you kind of size up a little more, I think, in those games.
All right.
How'd you do?
32.
The mate ball came out with the swish out the gate. He crushed it. Damn. The 5-head.
You motherfucker.
He asked me how we did. It.
You asked how we did, knowing damn well you swished it. That's dirty. You dirty son of a bitch. How'd you do? Oh, it doesn't matter.
It don't matter. No coin flip for you, motherfucker.
All right, Mafia.
Meatball, let me know how you want your money.
We just got slow rolled.
Buddy. Good job.
We just got slow rolled.
We did get slow rolled.
You slow rolled us, you son of a bitch. Slow roll is the key word. Fuck that.
Crushed up an accident. I feel dirty. Hey, listen, you want the Rosway.
Holy shit, dirty. All right, slow roll is the key word for us over here.
Slow roll is the new key word. Hang on. I got it. You ready?
Motherfucker.
Slow roll in the chat.
Oh,
right,
God.
I appreciate it, man. Let me know.
Alrighty then. I'm sorry. I'm a disappointment. Shut your ass up. You good, dog? No, it doesn't even matter. Having fun. I mean, did you see? I bombed the shit as well.
Me too, actually.
I think I got every single one wrong.
I played it the same way you did.
It was good. High five.
What's the next quiz here? Let's
At least it wasn't a conversation. No, dude. We were laughing about that this morning.
A spicy one. Multi-way pot and a 10K with Johnny O?
Yeah, for sure.
That's a
there was
tough
the Queen.
No, 1369?
1369. Okay, yeah. Multi-way
pots are
10K
tough.
King.
I'm interested to see how he says about this.
150. Yeah, we can do that one. 1369 will be the quiz. Looks super interesting, and yeah, I am ready when you are.
I agree with you, Julius. He says any weekend we can stay out of the coin flip machine is a good weekend in my book. I'm with you, man. We gotta come hard.
The coin flip simulator
is
lose,
or we tie, we're fucked. we gotta crush it. We have no choice.
Yeah, I'm making you guys strong. That's
right. All right, ready to draw?
I am.
All right, it is. Oh, you're dead.
Row.
It's the ultimate.
What you got?
The fucking machine.
Oh shit! Smooth JJ got his
calling out 7 high like a boss. Let's go.
I heard that story, Machine Gun. That shit was funny as hell.
I got the clip. It's coming out later today, guys. Where Machine Gun just soul reads a guy with 7 high.
Cool.
It's outstanding.
69. All right, cool. I am ready.
That was funny, PTO. I was dying. It was fucking ridiculous. Everyone was crying. All right, let's play it.
Let's do it.
Here we are facing a limp from an early position splashy player in the World Series of Poker main event. We have King 6 suited on the button. Should we fold, call, raise to 900, or raise to 1500?
Wait, what happened?
Gonna be?
A guy limped. That's what happened.
A limp in the main. Oh, I can't wait.
Limp when you're on the butt. This is already.
Oh, the main is coming. Can't wait for the fucking main. So we're gonna. Kaj is over limping. PTR is going 3x9. Sup. 15. Any 15? Can I see a 15? 15. 9.
Limp behind for Cap.
15. You got a 15,
Fold
50,
for
50, 50,
Dennis. I got a bunch of 900s too. Only 115
9.
for Tina.
1 over Limp and all ISOs. Limp Biscuit for Crest. What's up, my dude?
And we're roughly
What up, man?
4 gajillion blinds deep.
15 or Limp behind. Damn. Going big as fuck.
Cap says, too trashy to swell the pot, too good to fold the button. 900 for the machine gun.
Call from Nuts or Limp Biscuit.
Meatball on the same page.
What's that page? Call?
Too trashy to swell the pot and too good to fold on the button. So they call.
Yeah. Probably not folding out better, but we do get heads up more often, which is nice. Cool. So Smooth is going 9.
So is machine gun.
I'm torn as hell in these kind of spots.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I fold here sometimes. I don't
ever
limp
stop it.
behind
Don't say
here
that
very
out loud.
much, but I actually think that's okay this deep with this hand. I think that's fine.
You're never ever folding.
I might just fold this when there's a limper in front. I mean, it kind of depends.
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big.
Never ever
the
ever. No, it's not. Now I'm calling like we can't ever fold a suited king in these spots where cats are limping on the button ever. Never ever.
I do think 900 is too small though. I would go like closer to 12.
So he's going 4x. I mean, yeah, I can get down with ISO and being aggro, getting it heads up versus a splashy ass player, and just winning it super often when you get heads up, post flop in position. You're just gonna win the pot a lot versus these kind of players because they're playing such wide ranges that they're often gonna call to see flops, miss, and then check fold. You know, so fuck. I mean, I can see going 9 or 15 for sure. 1 or 2. I'd probably go in between that, honestly. But
I bet you Jonathan goes 15 because I've been
15,
reading
but
a little bit of his beating tournament book. I think it's the Mastering Small Stakes Tournaments I happen to have. So I was reading it right now, and he talks about going like 5x in these spots. So I wonder if that's what he's going to do.
Yep. All right, we're gonna go 9.
Machine gun 9 as well.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
I think you can go either way between
behind.
limping or raising to 1500.
1500,
That
he likes
said,
the
King 6
pocket
suited
shit.
doesn't really stand to be ahead of the splashy player at all, right? So even if the splashy player is playing some marginal hands, I don't really think raising to 1500 does us much good. If we thought the limper was especially weak and tight and would fold to a raise the majority of the time, then sure, make it 1500. I think that would be great. But given we are going to get called a lot of the time, it means we are going to see the flop a lot of the time. And if we're going to see the flop, I would rather the pot just be small because I'm essentially putting in nothing to try to win a decent pot post flop. This hand does have reasonable implied odds. You do have to be careful with the suited or with the king high suited hands because sometimes you make a flush and still lose. So you have to be a little bit cautious in that scenario. But I think it's good enough to splash around here as long as you play well post flop. And big blind checks. One nice thing about raising, by the way, is that if you do raise and only the splashy player calls, you get to play the pot heads up in position, which you're going to win more often than not. So even if the opponent is splashy, I don't really hate raising to 1500. I think it's probably a very solid play. I personally don't mind limping in scenarios like that, though. All right, flop comes king, queen, jack, big blind checks, under the gun bets 1200, so roughly the size of the pot. Should we fold, call, raise to 3,000, or raise to 4,500?
All right. Well, goddamn. He popped.
Machine gun Chuck. Limping behind is okay. It's okay to have some limp behind in your game for sure. It's okay to limp behind here with something like 8-9 suited and not ISO and blow the pot with it and still flop. I think that's okay. It's totally a valid move. 9-10 suited, something like that.
Suited kings. Guys, play your suited kings as well. So, okay. Villain has more AK than us. Villain has more set. Well, it's impossible to say if this villain is actually just limping the top of his range like that, or does he have a hand like Queen 8, Jack 8, Jack 9, and shit like that. You just don't know what these cats that limp. Jeez, I'm guessing we have to call.
1500 was an okay option,
But
Tina. If you're gonna
cautiously-
ISO, 1500 is the way to go. Otherwise, you can also limp.
Let me see. Somebody has something. Chat, I missed. Did he say we would have what? Did he say what he have done if we were facing a raise? No, he didn't mention that, but I'm assuming he would have just folded versus
Early
raise.
raise.
Yep. I mean, we can't fold.
Not folding versus a
right?
later raise.
It's okay. Smooth's calling.
Tina raising this. Presti, Felici Suerte, Cab, Albatross, Zero, calling. Hollywood calling. I don't see
What up, DC?
Mr. Machine Gun yet. What are you doing, Jeff? Call.
All right, he's calling. Yep. We're calling over here as well. Smooth's calling.
Yeah, too good to fold, not quite good enough to raise. Yeah, yes.
But
Call.
I mean, yeah, raising feels suicidal in
Not
a spot
folding,
like
pay.
this. I mean, I guess you get your information, and then if he comes back over the top, you have easy fold. I don't know. I mean, raising is just not something I'm
We're
going to
too
do.
deep to run this, right? If we're like 20
Feels-
bigs deep, then you could probably just go with it.
Tina has more bullets than the gun range. Yeah, Tina said raise. That's so badass.
Tina's a savage.
Yeah, you're sitting here with like King 9 or something like that. This guy just does this with and gets fucking raised. Just
Even if you
like,
have
oh
Ace
my
King,
God.
you ain't
Yeah,
happy.
even with Ace King, you're like, what in the world?
You ain't happy.
Cool.
All right,
King
we're calling.
6 suited is a call even against the EP with 100 bigs pre. True, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Wheel Crusher. King
It's the Wheel Crusher. That's what it is. Yeah, like it just
fold.
yeah, it does very well. Like Ace 5.
Like you
The
fold
pairs
King
and
8
stuff
and
like
King 9 suited more than you fold King 6 suited.
Yeah, it's funny you're seeing that. All right, cool. Let's call.
Call.
I think our only good option here is to call. I don't hate folding. I mean, I think it's reasonable if you think the splashy player is mostly just betting purely for value with all of his best hands. I think a lot of people see pot size bets in small pots like this. Notice this pot's actually only pretty small on the flop. It's only 4 big blinds. A lot of people see a pot size bet and they go, oh man, that's a big bet. I better fold. But in reality, people will usually do bet bigger in general in small pots in relation to the pot. And also a lot of people just view 1200, 4 big blinds is not that many chips. So I don't think this bet size necessarily indicates
I'm sure Ben Lamb
a
and Justin
polarized
played some
range or
poker
a
together.
strong hand.
like that.
I think this very easily could just be a bet with whatever range this guy's betting with, like ace, queen, jack, queen 9, jack 10, jack 9, whatever. So I don't really see how we can fold. Also, there's no reason to think the big blind has a good hand here. If anything, this flop doesn't connect especially well with the big blind. So I think we need to call and see what develops. You do have to be very careful in multi-way pots, but I think calling in this scenario is fine. If we do call and big blind calls or raises, well, if he raises, we're going to fold, right? If we call and he calls and on the turn under the gun blast it, I'll probably just fold then. But otherwise, I think we're being reasonable shape. So I do call. We don't want to raise on this flop, by the way, because it's pretty easy for under the gun to just have 10-9 suited, ace-10 offsuit, king-jack, queen-jack, right? It's really easy for under the gun to actually have a pretty good hand here. So we don't want to raise. Also, we could just be trapping with like aces, kings, queens pre-flop and made a set. So we call and big blind calls. So 3 ways going to the turn. And now they check to me. Should we check, bet 1,400, bet 2,800, or bet 5,600?
It's kind of tough.
It's tough as hell. What now?
You missed my response, people, about this flop. I would call. Yeah, I would call. Not quite good enough to raise. Renius,
All right.
Marlon going 56.
Yes, Deuterino. The answer is yes.
Checking to keep the pot small, says Crest. Check reevaluate versus Cyrus.
Check.
It's a mix.
Bet small. PTR's internet's coming out. Nuts is going 2K. So 28.
I literally have every single option in my chat.
5,600. Fuck his draw. What? But the draw got there. What the hell are you talking about? The draw is already a made hand.
Yep.
I got to make people think I'm well.
The guy at
played.
big blind calling is a problem.
Oh yeah, it sucks. So when I blast, they always think I have it. By the river check, Deuterino says.
Shingun says he thinks he goes big here to get the SPR to something that is attainable.
What?
He thinks he has the best hand. He's betting for value.
Oof. How big? So it just goes 5.6. Just Jesus. Ay. 3x pot. Somebody says. Okay.
3x pot. Whoa.
A lot of 5.6. These cats are nasty.
I only have the one over here, but then I have like literally a bunch of all the other options. 28 a bunch, 14 a few checks.
We got some alpha males.
I'm actually kind of conflicted about what I would do here, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean,
I think checking has some merit here. The big blind calling scares the shit out of me. And I want to kind of control this pot a little bit. And then at the same time, I kind of want to buy the river check at the same time. So 2,800 seems pretty feasible to me as well. I think 14 is just too small.
To do what?
And I think 50.
But if you're actually trying to get to river check, like, I don't know. Like,
I mean, I'm betting for value.
Small.
I'm betting for value with the king, and then also buying the river check back because when I get called, you know, I'm not sure that I have value anymore. You know what I mean? But if I check here, it's kind of a tough spot.
This is extremely tough. I mean, I look at this and think check because I'm not certain. We're actually betting for value. Yeah, it's hard to say if we're betting for value, but I do like the concept of just betting and just kind of showing down on river. And we get pretty honest responses. If we ever get check raised or when they continue, they're less likely to just lead into us. Whereas if we check here and we face a big bet, what the fuck, you know, like, I don't know what we're going to do. Or even a medium bet, because their value range when they're betting on these boards is just going to be kind of tough, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're betting a queen or a jack on the river, a single pair queen or jack. So when they're actually betting on the river multi-way, their value range is going to be pretty strong.
If I get check raised, I am gone. I am so gone.
I mean, yeah. I mean, either check or 14 for me. I don't see why I would ever go big. Half pot, Yeah, that's really going to really get some pretty honest responses. And we can just, yeah. I mean, one of the three small options for me. I'd never go big. But all right, cool.
56. What's Marlon's doing?
Let me see. I forgot what my dude was doing. Smooth is going 28. Cool. All right, we're ready.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, this is a bizarre scenario because normally we would want to be very cautious in this situation. However, this board is very coordinated, and when the under the gun player checks to us on the turn, it's highly likely he does not have a very premium hand like two pair or better, which in my mind means he's kind of capped at pocket aces. Maybe ace king, maybe ace 10, maybe ace jack. I'm sorry, maybe, what am I saying? Capped at pocket aces. So that means he could have aces, ace king, king 10, king 9, king 7, etc., right? But he could also have a whole lot of queens and a whole lot of jacks. Notice I blocked the king as well, right? Also, the big blind probably doesn't have a great hand because he would have raised the flop. That means that I'm going to be against usually at best pocket aces, but at worst, a lot of hands that have a lot of equity, like queen 9 and jack 10. And those hands are going to be kind of unlikely to raise me because I could be sitting here with very decent hands too. So I think this is a spot where we want to bet for value and protection given the pot's multi-way. If the pot was heads up, I would probably let this go check and then just call any river bet. But multi-way, now we have to worry about lots more cards being bad for me on the river. Like for all I know, maybe the big blind has queen 2 and a random 2 is bad for me, right? It's impossible to know. So given I do have to worry about all the cards in the deck on the river, I think we need to bet the turn using a medium bet size. We don't want to bet too big because if we bet like 5,600, now the opponents are going to call mostly with hands that beat me. But if I bet 2,800, they could still call with some worse hands like queen 10, jack 9, right? If I don't want to bet 1,400 though, because then I'm giving the opponents very, very good odds to call, and they shouldn't fold with anything, and they're not really making a mistake. Remember, you want your opponents to make mistakes, and when you bet really tiny, if they're just going to call with all their hands that are getting the right price to call, they're not making a mistake. So this is a spot where I think we want to go something like 2,800, maybe 3,200. I think 3,200 may be a little bit better, but I think we do need to bet in this spot. And again, fold if we get raised. If we bet and get called, we're definitely going to check it behind on the river, because then we could be against king 10, pocket aces, etc. This time, though, they both fold and we pick up the pot. And notice in this scenario, whatever these two players had some equity.
Sure.
And they folded, which means we collected that equity.
Yeah, this is a tough, awkward-ass spot, man.
And that's why, I mean, he made some very good points. Like, when we fucking check and then we get bet into on the river, it's just... Yeah, they just get to realize too much equity on the board like this, and we still get value from Queen 10, Jack 10, Ace Queen, Ace Jack, and stuff like that. So for sure, very good point.
I also think it's important to recognize that when there's a pot size bet we call and the big blind comes along, we can't just go 5,600 on the turn. They're not necessarily capped, right? This is a scary board. The big blind very much has the nuts here a ton, and it's just coming along. And so there's a lot of better kings out there. We do got to proceed cautiously.
Very good. We got a 24. Please tell me.
Machine Gun got. He swished it.
Motherfucker.
Nah, he didn't. You guys got us this time.
Trolling ass. Trolling bastard.
Machine Gun went too heavy. Went too hard in the paint.
To the fake roll. It never ends. It never
I gotta keep you on your toes.
That's fine. We did it. Smooth, hit me up. Congratulations, Playboy.
GG's,
$5.
Machine Gun. GG's.
Yee, Machine Gun, yee.
All right, new keyword.
Go ahead.
Shit, I don't know. You put me on the spot. Cat Jam.
He did it. I was waiting. There he is. We got him. He's a Cat Jam fan now. Hell yeah. There it is. The fucking Cat Jam.
I knew he had 7 high there. That was funny, Marlon. That was funny.
I'm Cat Jamming. What up, Poem Face?
All right, what quiz do you want to do, man?
Oh, cool. Let me load this up real quick. What up, Biloxi? Good morning, my dude. Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. I was looking at God, 1378.
Mr. Matt.
Hey, good morning, guys. Ace Pickle Rick, good to see you, man. Ruh-roh. Trouble's here. All right, I'm ready. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I'm ready to roll it when you are. Get in there. Yeah, there it is. I was about to say, get that Cat Jam in there, Pickle Rick.
Another legend of the streets. It's Julius. Good luck, Mr. Julius.
We can't let him win. Ah, ha, ha. Biloxi to Vegas, my dude. There it is. The ringer is here. Just know, if you lose, I got to unmod you.
Tournaments.
If you lose, I'm unmodding you.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
It's all on the line.
All right. Be ready. Good luck. All right, 1378, I'm ready.
All right, in this hand we have.
Win this shit or you're dead to me.
The small blind.
Yep.
It's gonna
Modern
fold to
band.
us. The big blind's playing 35. Big blind, should we fold, call, raise to 500, raise to 700, or raise to 900?
All right, here we go. We are, 40-ish bigs deep, and King 9 folds to us in the small. What are you doing?
35 bigs effective. 700, 700, 700. Damn. Deuterino's completing.
700
Nick
starting to
calling.
stream to my chat. A few fives as well.
700 all day.
Buy me, Dennis, Jerome.
Damn, the nation is strong. Holy
Julius
shit.
going 7.
Cats are too tough. $700. Deuterino gets called a nit.
Dude,
The only one.
I unleashed a beast. I didn't do it on purpose.
No, he got somebody else just called him a nit in my chat.
Oh, really? I was going to say the
Deuterino
kid got
in chat.
angry. He's a savage all of a sudden. Last 3 weeks, he's
Yeah.
been insane.
Nope. Today he was the only one in the mafia just calling when there was a sea of raises. Ah, hell, here we go again.
What up, Zooted? How you
All
doing,
right.
man?
Dude, that SpongeBob is tough.
Lots of 700s in my chat. A couple fives. And only a couple of limps, too. Cyrus, Tina.
I'm sure Biloxi was going. All right, cool. 700. He's going down
Limp lead for
swinging.
Bruce.
If he's going to get permabanned, he's going to at least go out swinging. Let's go.
There you go.
Cool. So the toe.
At this stack depth, I'm probably going to open this. And I would actually probably go 6. So 500, 700 seems okay. 500 seems a hair small. I'd probably be closer to 7. I don't know. Somewhere in that range.
Just raising mostly, and then when you do, you're going set like
3-ish
like,
X.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I can get on board with it. It's team 700 for sure. 3.5 here. It's 40. I think maybe when we get shallower, 25, 30 effective, maybe we could start using the 2.5x. And of course, depending on player types, if they're over folding in spots, just a lot or playing very passive, and you just probably can get away with going 2.5. Calling probably is not bad. I'm not saying like this is a full frequency raise. So I do think if you do call sometimes, it's probably not bad, especially if you have real sticky opponents behind and stuff like that. I think calling might be okay. So yeah, 700 here.
Wilson says, raise 700 65% of the time-ish. Limp the rest. Sounds about right to me. Julius going 7.
All right. As is Biloxi. Let's do it. Hey.
In an equilibrium strategy, this hand is going to mix raise and call, or raise and limp. This hand class here of like 2 high card hands, once we get shallower, around 40 big blinds, is raised quite often here. And I prefer raising to limping slightly because population is going to overfold, I think, their big blind, and therefore I like taking the aggressive action a bit more. I like raising. I like raising big. I like raising 700 or even 900 before raising to 500. I just don't like raising small as a preference. I'd prefer to limp from the small blind. I either want to build a really big pot or check. I went for 700 here, and the opponent calls, and the flop comes 8-6 deuce rainbow. Should we check, bet 500, bet 1,000, or bet 1,500?
Here we go.
What are we doing now, folks?
Damn, but snap 500.
Snap 5 for PTR. Snap check for Dennis. We have controversy in the army.
Uh-oh. 1/3 is okay here. Biloxi says, I see you.
Starting to come in.
Big or check, Viv says.
It's like every other one. 500 check, 500 check, 500 check, 500 check.
How big you going?
Hollywood going 1K.
1,000 or 15? I think check is fine. Check and call.
Pricey saying check raise and get you on
1K?
chair with any 7,
Fair
5,
enough.
or 10. Juliet's going
Like
5.
60. 5, 5, 5. 5. 1K. So a few 1Ks, mostly 5s, maybe a check or 2 over here.
I have a shitload of checks and a equal shitload of 500s and a few of the others. Juliet's going 5.
Yeah, very few checks over here. Cool, yeah. So let me see. Biloxi's going 5.
Bruce Limp lead is fine. But as you get to like 60-ish bigs or so effective,
Yeah.
you start raising more blind versus blind. So raising is, I mean, they're both okay. I think I'm going 500. I would just go small here, standard. Seems pretty standard for me. I don't think. I mean, 8-6 deuce is a board we could go big on too. I might default small, but I can see him potentially going big on this particular board because it's one of those sneaky boards that we size up on. We would size up with 9s and 10s and jacks on a board like this. We would size up with our 8x hands. So I'm kind of talking myself into like 1K.
Me like 1K. I don't know. I think I'd probably go bigger here. It's some frequency. Having a 9 is really nice as well. Turning some straight draws. Having the overs, I think we can apply a lot of pressure. Maybe, do we ever overbet jam river? A turn. What's the SPR going to be if we go small? It's going to be 26. It's going to have 53. It's going to be about 2 on the turn, where it's going to be much shallower if we go 1. Yeah, I'm leaning towards 1K. Do we want to make the...
Pressure says, this feels like the cutoff button spot where the cutoff is doing a ton of checking. I mean, that is true. The cutoff does a ton of checking in that spot. I don't think that's the same blind versus blind, though.
Such a tough spot. Yep, Matt, coach me up. I'm not
Coach
sure.
me up.
I mean, I would...
Matt, where you at?
Coach me up.
Are you in here now?
Coach me up.
I don't know.
Nonetheless, yeah, I'm definitely betting. I see myself probably mixing between 500 and 1K in game, depending on how I'm feeling, if they're going to fold to a smaller bet or a bigger one. So I'm not sure, but
I can see myself autopiloting 5 and then realizing it's 8-6-2 and I probably should have gone 1,000.
Yeah.
We're going 5 though. I think that is what. Yep, that's what Julia said.
All right. Yep, I'm ready.
All right.
How I want to approach these low disconnected boards in this situation, as well as in a lot of situations where you raise and get called by a very wide range, for example, button versus big blind, is I'm going to check a lot and I'm going to bet really big a lot. So I like checking or betting like 1,500 or 1,000 here. I really dislike betting 500 here. And the reason I want to bet really big is if we bet 1,500, this player still needs to call with around 50% of their range, which means they can't fold any 2 cards with a backdoor flush draw and 2 overcards. So hands like Jack 10 of clubs still have to call here. Even a hand like King Queen offsuit or King Jack offsuit still has to call on this flop. Like a hand like Ace 4 hearts still needs to call. So I think it's very, very easy for the big blind to just overfold to the big bet. Whereas if we bet small, it's really hard for him to make a mistake because a lot of the calls become kind of natural here. And so I really like checking or betting really big on this flop. And just to go a little bit further into that, we have this big section of hands like pocket 9s through aces that the big blind doesn't have. And we also have a lot of 8x hands. These are all hands that are really, really strong now and are happy to get all the money in, but likely won't be that way on future streets. So when that's the case, you tend to want to bet big with your range.
Mm-hmm.
I do check. Our opponent checks behind, and we get the 8 of clubs on the turn.
Check.
Check.
Matt, what happened? Wait, what?
1,000 or bet 1,500.
I love how Matt goes through a 5-minute explanation
and it's
why
beautiful,
sizing
right?
up is good, and then lightning speed says, "But I check," and then just moves on. Like doesn't even touch it.
He does that shit. I love
How
it.
did he sneak one past us?
But I check. It's funny as hell.
Oh, that is funny.
Oh, but I'm gonna give you this shitty situation that I put myself in, and now you got to deal with it as well. Like, well, what the fuck now?
What we doing now?
Everybody in this fucking chat bet. Now we didn't. Now what?
Yeah.
You had me in
the
the first
Army's
half.
still betting. They're all going 1,500 now.
Oh, god damn it. Well, what time is it? Hammer time.
Man, played this way. This is fucking like I have some weird thoughts about this hand played this way. Everybody going 1,500. Cyrus betting 1,000. He's close. Meatball going 1,000. Just get off my earth.
Check. I'm out.
Lots of betting. Julia's betting big.
Try 1500 again. I'm definitely checking now. Ooh, it's like
check.
every
From the
polar
real side.
opposite ends of the spectrum here. Like some people are like, fuck this, get me out. And some people are like, I'm definitely bombing now. So it's kind of interesting. I like seeing that.
King I decent now, so I check, but he thinks Matt's probably gonna value bet.
Check, give up.
So all the hands, I would have check raised my range, and he capped his range when he checked.
Check, give up. Look at these cats.
Randy's going.
Think about my
like
life
it.
choices. Biloxi, I hate this, he says. They set us up to fail, boys.
$10 is Affleck checks. Meat Doll's got a side bet going. Check for Jerome.
He says something else is really good and then just snap checks.
I know this because Meatball says $10 is Affleck checks. I know this because it's the opposite of what I'm doing.
1K for Stinky. Cool. So, Biloxi, where you at, my dude? Did you already say what you were doing? Did I miss it? 1K on turn. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're going 1K.
1500 for Julius.
I mean,
I feel like checking because we don't have any fucking overpair. We don't have an 8. We don't we checked. We capped our range. Like we don't have any of this. And if we bet now,
shoot your way out.
What the hell are we repping? We're repping nothing. And I think King 9's got some showdown value. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Jerome. Like, what are we trying to sell? To try and get, like, King 10 and King Jack to fold?
Ace hot. Yep, time to fucking put him in hell. Put him in a cage with high card hand.
Ugh.
He ain't got no fucking
I
pair.
think we beat a lot of their high card hands.
Not with this king. Fuck that. Yeah, it's time to.
I hate betting here just because, like,
yep,
you have nothing. Like, you always have nothing. You always have nothing.
You're going to have to call me with nothing this time.
Presti said he would check raise a lot on this board. You find yourself finding a ton of check raises on this board after raising pre? I don't. I think our raise range doesn't hit this too hard.
You may need. I'm jamming river
to check raises. We're selling hopes and dreams. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. So we're going 1K here, 1500 over there. Toe's checking. I'm betting as well. Let's see if Matt thinks he capped the shit out of himself and can't do anything now and just gives up, or he thinks there's a portion of his range that has value that can just start betting. So it'll be interesting to hear what he thinks about where our range is after we check, and how we proceed. So 1K here.
1500 for Julius.
All right.
I think the same strategy applies here, except we're going to check a little bit more. Nothing really changed on this turn card.
Right.
So we're going to check here a lot. I want to bluff with my lower high card hands. I just have a lot worse hands that I can bluff with here. For example, like Jack 9 or Jack 10.
There we go.
I'm going to have a hand like...
No showdown.
King 5 offsuit potentially. Maybe like a King 4 suited I can bluff with. And again, I just want to bet big. I'm not really concerned about the 8 because the big blind's going to bet most of their 8x on the flop. So really, the big blind's range should be pretty capped here. And I think we can bet large. And I think the same principles are going to apply where I want to bet really big, bet 1,000 or 1,500, and really force the big blind to defend. They still have to defend 50% of their range or more versus those big bets. And it's very easy for them to be overfolding. So that's why I want to put a lot of pressure on their capped range here with big bets of 1,000 or 1,500. Checking this hand makes some sense. We block a lot of the hands that we want to fold. It's a little too good to be bluffing with, and I'd rather just bluff with 2 lower cards like a Queen 9, for example, or a Queen 10 type of hand. I do check, and our opponent bets this third pot bet. Should we fold, call, raise to 1,250, or raise to 1,800?
What the fuck is happening? It's like he said at the beginning he likes the bet. Then it's like he almost.
Well, he also said that he likes checking in this spot a lot too for the same reasons. Like we're just not
lost.
repping anything. Like we're not.
Yeah, that. But the explanation kind of has me lost. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
He fucked it up for everyone.
Yeah.
Opponent bet 558 into 1688.
He's putting us in hell with this one. Holy shit. Well,
Drum
catch a
calling
snap.
says shutdown
I'm
value.
calling.
People shook. Lots of couple folds.
Raise to 1800. Fuck it. Nutter says, I like that. Nutter made a kind of a nitty play in the first quiz. Now he's at the 1800 fuck it club. I'm a flight risk raising to
Tina
what?
on the same boat.
I mean, call? Well, she says 1800.
Matt says, do as he says, not as he does. Listen to Daddy Matt. Parenting 101.
Call.
Hollywood says, think he's bluffing. Raising to 1250. Call.
Almost a
Poseidon.
click.
Call. Julius, what are you doing?
Blind versus blind. Shucks. God, dude. What's wrong with me? Why do I just want to just raise every single hand? I shouldn't be. I'm glad I'm not playing poker today.
Wife's getting her hair done. I think I might play.
I would just be so aggressive. Actually, 1250 probably works here. Flight risk says.
Julius, where are you at? Home slice.
Crazy. So anyway, I just started blasting.
There he is. 1500, he says.
All right, cool. Yeah, and Biloxi is calling.
Oh, wait. That was the last street. There is no 1500,
There
Julius.
is no 1500, you son bitch.
We checked, and now he bets. Caller rate. Oh, 18. He says 18. Got it.
Okay, cool.
Marlon says, you got the machine gun fever.
I do. It's fucking weird. I can't play poker today. I just start punting or have all the money. One of the two. I mean, I'm raising. Fuck it. I mean, we felt like he's pretty capped. He's betting a lot of his eights. He fucking doesn't have overpair. There's just like, we can't win this pot. I don't think this is strong enough to call. I mean, I don't know. Just calling to hope to check call river or hope he checks back. It just seems too hopeful. 1800, 1250 something. Fucking raise.
Why are you so salty? Why are you all out of hope?
I'm not. It just doesn't make. I just think it's weak as hell. I think he's betting his eights. I think he three bets over pairs and stuff like that.
I agree.
Or at least bets them on the flop. He's fucking capped to under pairs, some stabs with ace highs or some backdoor draws that we don't block, and we got to make his life hell.
Except we check twice. We don't have shit.
Nah, man. Maybe we're getting.
We have
nasty.
sixes and twos, and that's it.
Yeah. We got heart is what we have. We have
God.
courage.
I think we have some
courage.
showdown value. I might just call here as played. Like I would have c-bet flop, but as played, I think we kind of have blind versus blind. We have showdown value. If this was different positions at the table, I'd be way more worried about king 10, king jack. And
Why did Matt do this to me?
But he made this really hard.
That's in the spot. Yeah. I mean, there's so many spots. We bet the flop, we bet the fucking turn, but nope, we check and now we get in this weird ass spot. But all right, Biloxi is calling.
If the club comes on the river, you're just jamming into them, Tina. Sheesh.
Beast.
All right. 18 is what Julius is doing.
I hope that's right. Let's do it.
I think we have a pretty easy call here on the turn. I think a lot of people just look here up. I have high, I should fold. But we need to look at this from a mathematical perspective. This player's betting 550 to win 2200. So we should only be folding roughly 25% of the time. And when you think about folding 25% of our range here, like we don't get to fold a lot of ace highs. We're not going to have a lot of overpairs. We bet those on the flop. We're not going to have a lot of 8x. We'll have some sixes, some deuces, some pocket threes, fours, fives, but we're going to have to defend with a lot of high card hands. And in terms of high card hands, like a decent king high like this with two overcards to the six, we're going to have to continue with. I don't really like raising. I think I'd rather raise with a hand like Jack 9 or 10-9, just two lower cards that maybe block a few more 8x hands. This player, if they check back an 8, it's more like an 8-5 or an 8-7 type of hand. So cards like that, maybe more to raise. But I think we just have a very, very easy call and see what develops here on the river. I think I make a pretty big mistake and fold here. yeah, I just don't like folding here. I think we just got to call and see what develops on the river.
I love this quiz because
Every single street he did
he
the
fucked up
opposite.
every street.
But you know, he was probably going through some hands he misplayed, found this. He's like, let me save people from fucking up like I did.
And he's
Hey,
human. It's
he's a
kind
good
of
person.
inspiring that he's human.
He did the opposite every street, that hand. But
Yeah, call him
we
because
learned
it's a showdown
a
hand
lot.
because he checked back on the flop. He doesn't have any eights. He doesn't have a six. He definitely doesn't have overpair. He's got literally nothing. He's got ace high like at best and a few better king highs, but we have king nine, so like our hand's just too good to fold. And
Yeah, I'm never folding.
We have showdown value. Yeah, as played. I mean, I like Matt said, like bet big on the flop and then figure it out from there.
Yep. Hold on, my kids are fighting.
All right, in the meantime, we got time for probably one more quiz.
Oh my god. All right. We got a 34. Where you at? What'd you get?
26 for Julius.
Hey, let's go. You keep your mind. You don't get permabanned. Congrats, my dude. Good job.
Mod
And,
status
yeah,
retained.
you also win $5.
Julius felt bad
My
about the
dude.
guy's job situation, so he threw it.
So he threw. He didn't want him to lose his mind.
Took the L.
What a guy. What up, Money Matt? Good to see you. Welcome back, buddy. All right. New keyword will be KEKW.
Machine Guy
I'm sorry,
didn't
man.
know what that was. So
Did you show him the video?
I did yesterday. We watched it last night on
Yes.
stream.
Oh, it's so fucking
Yeah,
funny.
it's the
dude.
funniest thing ever. It is.
Oh, the first time I was just crying.
What was funny is the only thing Mona said is, wait, that guy's not speaking English. Like, otherwise, he was a statue. So then I went off again about how dead he was inside. Because how can you watch that guy squeak and wheeze and not fucking laugh?
Yeah, but yeah.
He didn't even
Impossible.
flinch. Dead inside.
It's hard to score high on because you didn't pick the high point when it didn't react. It didn't even. Oh, I love seeing the KEKWs in the chat. All right, your turn to pick, sir. Last one.
I'm keep scrolling down because I want to fill in some of these gappy gaps in the back here. So it's probably
Fair
going to
enough.
be a early Evan Jarvis, which will bring me
DJ.
to 1344.
My dude. Love me some Evan Jarvis. Yeah, the Falls View, man. We've been doing a Falls View all summer.
Yeah.
It feels like.
Yeah.
There's so many hands from the Falls View. Cool. We'll do that. 1342.
Yep, ready to draw.
No, it's not 42. What the fuck number?
1344.
44. Okay, cool. I'm ready to draw as well.
Ranius, all the time Team Toe guys today.
Hey, Biz. You love to see it. A ringer. Beast in the game.
All right, let's run this bitch. Ready, go.
Hold on. It wasn't ready.
Ready, wait.
Ready, wait. Ready, go.
Ready, go.
Hello everyone, Evan
Hello,
Jarvis here for PokerCoaching.com, reviewing a tournament hand from the $1,100 buy-in World Poker Tour
Aw,
Falls
shit.
View, where I made a deep run earlier this year. The hand is us with Ace of Spades, Deuce of Hearts in the big blind, and a raise
Duster.
from the new guy. Came to the table, and we don't really know anything about him. Other than he came in for a min raise, and the action is on us. What should you do? Ace-2 offsuit in the big blind, getting 5 to 1. Would you fold, call, or 3-bet to 12,400?
What the fuck is going on?
What's up?
Oh, okay, I see.
We're in
I
a
didn't
big
see his
blind,
big
but
blind
there's no
in the
chips in
pot.
front of us, yeah.
Yeah, I was like confused. I wasn't.
Uh-oh. Problems. Call for Radios right out the bait. Call from everyone in the chat. Call, 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 call.
All right, cool. Oh, he made a deep run, 3-bet big. We're invincible.
Call, 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 call.
And I just want to click this thing. He's got Nick Cannon's line. Oh, it's still the same lineup the guys before, but there's a duster at the table.
Raise for Miss
Is
Tina.
that you, D-Coop? D-Coop, you're at his table. Call, 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 call. Good luck. Call DC. Do you like? I'm assuming you're asking me poker coaching. It's much different than Rye. Rye's more of like a video repository, something like that. Where here there's all kind of tools, homework. It's more interactive. You have a lot more features and options and work you can do, as opposed to just sitting and watching something. So
Yeah, I have a
there's
few
a lot of
thoughts.
difference.
Six and I both, when we first started working together 3 or 4 years ago now, the first thing we did was join Rye. And while I do think Rye has some great value, I also think it's very targeted toward players that have a really strong base and not necessarily for everyone. It's also really expensive, probably for the same reason. And like Six has said, it's a video repository. You're just going to watch your videos, take your notes, and go from there. Where this has not only that, but it also has the private Discord. It's got weekly webinars with multiple coaches where you're one-on-one live, can ask them questions right there on the spot. It's got the Discord community. It's got the Q&A sessions that Six and I do in Discord, which is a study session, a little different than this, but we study with those guys. It's got a lot more of that kind of stuff. And I think it also caters to not only the well-versed players, but everything in between. And even the content like this is they do a really good job. The best I think I've ever seen. The number one compliment I can give them is these quizzes and things. Jonathan has found a great way to make it feel like you're getting coached directly by the coach, and be able to produce that and mass release it and hit thousands of people and still make it feel personal. So yeah, that would be my suggestion. And on that note, exclamation point PC in the chat for a link to sign up for free. Since we're shilling,
the class is really good.
Look at that segue. Sign up for free, exclamation point PC. You can get 20 free quizzes, big blind charts for 100 blinds or more, and some of the homework assignments to get a little taste.
Call this, never fold.
Yep, ready to
go. There it is. Recall.
Yeah, we don't raise this one. It's too weak. You want to have some aces in your calling range.
I mean, the cat has 15 fucking bigs. Are we just gonna jam? Did he say this was a money bubble or something like that? But even so, look, he's raising into a bunch of reshove stacks. Two of the deepest stacks at the table. He's in +3 off of 15 fucking bigs, opening into that. The configuration isn't great for him to just be stealing from here. So no, I'm calling.
Yeah, and we don't know this guy. And like you said, I didn't even realize it was 15 blinds. It makes this even more of a call. We don't want to raise the guy who's raising off a little tiny stack.
Yeah, look at the story he's telling. Look at the whole. Yep.
Cool. I'm pretty sure that's what.
Clicked it.
Yep. Go. We're right behind you.
Now, Ace-2 offsuit is by no means a premium hand. But when we are getting 5-to-1 odds on a call, we do not need a premium hand. We only need about 16.7% equity to continue in the hand, and Ace-Deuce is going to have that against all hands except for aces, which we block by having an ace. So it's less likely our opponent has an ace versus the entire range of hands he can have. We certainly have more than 16.7% equity. It's probably more like 30 or 35% equity. Now, when in doubt in these spots, and we're wondering what to do, you can always check the trusty charts. And we will see that from the big blind, even when facing an under the gun, raise first in on 25 big blinds. Ace-Deuce offsuit is a call. So if the raise is from later position, it becomes even more profitable of a call. That being said, we're not slam dunk in this. If we flop a pair of aces, we're planning to play pretty cautiously. When we flop a pair of aces, we're looking to get probably about one street of value from broadways that are firing a c-bet or pocket pairs that are taking it to showdown. But if we face multiple streets of betting post flop on an ace-high board, most of the time our opponent is either going to have a better ace or a very strong draw, against we should fold. So this is a call, but if you are concerned about your post-flop abilities and you don't think you have the ability yet to fold top pair when facing multiple streets of betting, then folding here is okay, because you're not giving up a ton of EV by folding, but you're definitely giving up some. So we call. Flop is ace high, ace 7-5, and we have our plan in place of check calling a bet, which we do not have to implement because our opponent checks back. Turn is a 4 of spades, giving us a wheel draw to go with our pair of aces, non-kicker. What should you do? Should you check?
What it
bet
do?
5,200 or bet
What it do?
10,500?
We bet or we check?
What do we do?
Deuterino's checking. Okay. Check raise. That just says bet. I bet 10K, 5.2. I love this shit. Just seeing how people play. It's cool. Check calling with this marginal
You're
maybe.
not annoying.
52. Check call.
Check. Bet 52. Check. 52. 10-5 for Tino. 5.
Check call.
52. Lots of everything. Literally everything. Randy's going 52.
10.5. Because good for our range in the big blind. Just going big as hell, huh? Okay. 10-5.
Check, hoping he stabs. Don't need a lot of protection.
They might not bet if we check. Big Second says.
I missed it. What was the action on the
I would hate to get raised, blasted off of our hand. By what? The action on the flop went check. There was the 48. Yeah, cool. So it's check.
That's all I'm going to need to know.
Yep. All right. Viv is going 10-5.
Rennie is going 52.
It's all over the place in the chat. I see a mix of literally
place.
everything. Yeah, it's like I think you bet with the intention of always calling with that stack size on this board. Yeah, you're gonna keep that forward. So we got to ask ourselves a couple questions like what do we get 2 streets of value from by betting? And if we go 10-5, what are we getting value from that's worse?
So you're between check and 52.
Yeah, I'm between check and 52.
Me too.
I can see check and being completely viable because he turns some king high, queen high hands into bluffs. Our hand needs no protection. We likely get. I just can't imagine what the fuck do we get 2 streets of value from.
I mean, if we size it okay, like when we check flop, does kings, queens, jacks, tens,
small.
Yeah, fold to small. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then if we check here, do those same hands go bet for value when we check twice? I think it's a toss up.
We don't care. He says realize value. You mean realize equity? And we have a gut shot top pair. We're not like I think his range is pretty thin. I think he bets his flush draw, so I'm not afraid of him having a flush draw in the back seat on an ace high board because he'd be betting his flush draws, almost all of them that he has on this board, in my opinion. Maybe not ace king of diamonds or something like that. He feels like it's too good. So I'm not really worried about letting him realize anything on this board.
No. At all.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm torn between
close,
52 and check.
I'm really torn between check and bet small. Bet small.
Yeah, bet small feels really like the best.
Tend to go that route a lot in game. But if you checked, don't hate it. Totally don't hate
it. Yeah. All right. I talked myself into 52. But
52 Perennius.
Yeah, let's see. We're going 10-5. Let's see if we're just gonna go big ones and see what Evan thinks. Let's do it.
Once our opponent checks back here, he likely has a hand that is looking to get showdown and looking to get showdown cheaply. We are happy to oblige him in making that reality come true by putting a small bet out there. If we go for a large bet size here, we're not going to get called by the hands we want to get called by, which are those pocket pairs between aces and 7 or maybe even a king high. But by betting small, those hands will call one bet. If we check here again, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
We can check here and then go for a value bet on the river. But by going for a small bet here, especially if a 3 comes off or a deuce comes off, we do have the option to go for more value on the river as well. Go 5,200, small size here. Our opponent calls, and the river is a jack of clubs, changes absolutely nothing unless he has pocket jacks. Action is on you. What should you do? Should you check? Bet 5,200 Bet 11,000 or bet 16,000.
I know what I'm doing.
How many points was the 10-5?
Fucking 2.
Ooh, rough one.
Yee. Yeah. You hate to see it. Stinky's going 52 again.
Got a bunch of 11s starting to come in, and then 52 from Marcelo. Big from Cap, 16-5.
Okay, now I'm for sure checking Chris. 52 for
Few
DC.
checks. Check for Bruce, check for Meatball.
Holy shit.
Big ass bet for Dennis.
Check for Viv. 52s all over the place.
Rania says like
Money
11.
Mag says Jim. Okay.
65 prices
really
in. 52 feels like it's getting raised, and then I hate it. 11 for Ranius.
11 for Rainus. Cool. And Viv is checking. I know what I'm doing. Ask me what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
The biggest fucking size we got. The biggest size we got. The biggest bullet in the fucking chamber. The flush draws missed. I think he may find some hero calls. With like kings and queens when the diamond draw missed. He
Smooth
never has an
J says, this guy sounds eerily like Gripst. I'm like, it is Gripst. He's like, oh, missed that part. Welcome to the stream.
I don't know. I'm angry today. Maybe
65, is that what you said? You're going big as fuck?
I thought, yeah, maybe 11's just getting called more than 16-5 by like.
And we just said small on the last street, and then
I know I got greedy when he actually called. It's like, holy shit, the diamonds miss, and he might put me on a diamond. I don't know. He put me on missed draws.
We lose 10s.
Fucking, I'm great. This 16.
I'm kind of leaning 11.
I'm going 11 at least. At least.
I'm kind of leaning 11. I think if we bet 16-5, we lose the pairs that are like 9s and 10s. We're getting called by kings and queens regardless. And that's it.
Why would we lose 9s and 10s?
For 16-5? When another overcard comes?
Maybe that is. Maybe another overcard. I just don't think the jack really changes much. When like straight draws miss, flush draws miss. I don't know. I'm interested. I don't know.
He does
11 at least.
Smooth.
11 at least.
Cool. 11 for Ranius too.
All right, cool. And we are checking. Viv is checking.
Yeah, I don't think checking is good because I don't think they bluff. They just check back all their other hands. Right?
Ever in 1 million years.
You can still get paid.
I'm checking this fucking spot. Let's see what Grips does, though.
Let's do it. Smaller. Small.
If you think your opponent is going to be heavily weighted towards flush draws here, that he didn't see bet the flop, checking to induce a bluff definitely has some value. I think most of the time if our opponent has a flush draw on the flop, though, he's going to bet it. So his range is composed more of pocket pairs, medium strength aces,
I think the 2 is a little rough, Ranius.
And such than it is flush draws. So I don't think checking is the
for
best
11
here.
Yeah.
I do like betting, but there's only one size that works in my book. If we go with the 11K or the 16.5K bet, we're only going to get called by a pair of aces, really. And it's going to be a pair of aces that has a better kicker than us. Whereas when we go with a small sizing here of 5,200, we can get called by the pocket pairs that we're beating. And in the instances where our opponent does have a bigger ace than us, we are losing the minimum. Unless you're planning on check folding this river. If so, then okay, you're losing less. But overall against the range, this limits our losses for the occasions our opponent has a bigger ace, and it also allows us to extract value when he has a pocket pair less than.
Just don't see guys checking.
We bet 5,200. Our opponent calls, and we win the showdown. We don't know what he had specifically, but we do know it was a hand that was worse than a pair of aces, so it was probably one of those pocket pairs that just couldn't lay it down when facing 2 small bets, and that's the power of going for a very small sizing in a spot where you have a hand that is good against a wide range, but won't be good against a very tight range. Yeah, this has been Evan Jarvis for PokerCoaching.com. Hope you enjoyed this quiz. Hope you learned a thing or two. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
It's funny because Six and I both said small, and then sized up a little bit on the river anyways.
Got greedy.
But I also think, like, I kind of agree with Ranius in that Like King Jack and Queen Jack are going to call the river bet for sure, and
Yes.
pocket tens are probably going to call the river bet for sure. Kings and queens for sure. So like, I think we can eke a little more value, but I definitely there's a lot of merit in just betting small twice.
Yeah, I just don't see how many ace-x check on this fucking flop.
Not
Maybe
much.
just the top pair and the nut flush draw that's so goddamn strong it doesn't need to bet. Maybe stuff like that to trap ace king, ace queen, ace jack, ace 10 of diamonds, ace 9, stuff like that of diamonds. But yeah, makes sense. We have 17.
22 for
piss.
Renius. It's a tie. 2 for the Mafia, 2 for the Army today.
It's a good day. Yeah, it was a good day, guys. That was fun. Good job, Biff. It's all good. Sweet. Well, yeah, that's it, man. I got kids about to kill each other upstairs, so I gotta get upstairs. Check those guys out.
Yeah, no worries, man. This was a fun one. Guys, if you enjoyed this, if you want to see this one or any of the ones we've done in the past, we do them together. We do them with guests. We've had a lot of great guests. Renius wants me to buy a sub for one of our channels, and we got a flip for which channel?
Oh, he just wants to see a flip. Oh, I appreciate the gift.
Call it,
Thanks.
Sixes.
Hell yeah. Fucking tails.
We did it, America! It's
Motherfucker. I thought about saying heads too.
He
Son
wins
of a
them all
bitch.
when it's money for you guys, but if it's him versus me,
True.
the toe equity, too fucking
True.
strong.
The toe equity is very strong.
Toe can't win a flip. Fuck you, Cap. I got the equity, baby. Let's go.
Why did they set me up to lose a flip? I didn't sign up to lose a flip. Just set me up to fucking failure. All these
This is
slow
true. Like, you should definitely not play today.
slow rolls, knit
Slow
rolls,
rolled,
bait rolls.
trolled, and lose
trolled.
the flips. It's
I
a
got
bad
told to
day
eat a
for
dick
you.
the other night on stream. This is just going great. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention. We had a study stream yesterday with PTR. I'll probably have the VOD on my channel. I don't know if it's up yet, but I think you guys should check that out. It was super fun. So man, make sure to check that out. Give that man some love as well. That was awesome. It was fun, man.
Here is the link to my main man, Crazy Sixes. Give him a follow. Go check him out. He's doing study streams. He does other study streams for other sites too, like some poker sites. So check those out as well. He's streaming tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, he's streaming tomorrow. So check him out for that. Study session. Did we say today? Ready? Didn't we do it last week? I usually try and put a week before.
You did it last week.
I did it last week, so probably gonna have to skip. And I'm pretty sure. So yeah, exclamation point caster the chat for Sixes. Check out that link. Exclamation point PC in the chat to sign up for free. PokerCoaching.com, where you get big blind charts for 100 blinds and more, homework assignments, and 20 free quizzes. Check it out if you sign up for premium. Webinars, tools, charts, tournament masterclass, the world. So check that out. And again, if you like this one, you want to see this one from the beginning, or you want to see any of the ones we've done in the past, we've had amazing guests. We've had Faraz Jaka. We've had Evan Jarvis multiple times. We've had Matt Affleck multiple times. Jesse Silva multiple times. Greg Raymer. Bet on Drew. Fat Train. Fisto. Lango. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
You've been doing it for years. I almost start to forget.
Yeah, I mean, heaps and heaps of them. So go check those out all on the YouTube channel. Exclamation point YouTube in the chat.
It's a holiday weekend.
It's a holiday
Have some
weekend.
fun. Get away from your fucking. We ain't got to just sit here and play poker. Let's go enjoy life. Get some sun. Enjoy yourself this weekend and crush, man.
I
but
100% disagree.
Work.
Play all the online poker because the suckers are home and they're getting drunk.
No.
Go get that
Don't
money.
get
I
burned
make
out.
all my money on holidays. Let's go.
No. Enjoy life.
Who we throwing the host to?
I think I've seen Ian Simpson. Poker, somebody different, you know. Yeah, he's got a few people
find him
there.
real quick.
Small.
Spraggy, bro.
Yeah, why not?
Is it just Ian Simpson?
Ian Simpson Poker.
Got him.
Cool. Let's hook him up, man. Surprise him with a raid. That'd be fun.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Peace.
Take care, guys. Peace out. While that's going, take care.